Hi, so this next one, we're going to go over some of the mesh loop tools options. This is another add-on feature in Blender, and it comes with Blender, so you don't need to download anything additional. You just need to go to the preferences and turn it on. So that's edit preferences, go to the add-ons, and then turn on mesh loop tools. So here I have a cube, and I'm going to show you what some of these do. The first one is bridge, and it really doesn't work on the cube. What you need is a series of closed curves, and here I'm dragging out one of the surfaces, making a copy of it, dragging it out, and then a couple more. And what you need to do, let me turn on the screencast so you can see what I'm doing. If you delete only faces, then you just have the wireframe representations of those, and I need to go to, if you hit 2, that'll allow you to grab the edges. So if I grab those and I go to the bridge, and I'm showing 3 here, but if you click bridge, it's only connecting the first 2 of those. If you want to connect the other 2, you have to go to those curves that you want to connect and hit bridge, and it's going to connect those. And then you have some control over number of segments and some other options there. Now this is I'm showing you the 3 and the steps you need to do to bridge, because there's another option in here that will allow you to just bridge all 3 at once. So circle, now you'll be able to see this a little better if I subdivide this cube a few times, and then I'm going to grab some of the panels in the middle of one of the sides, and then it kind of does what you'd expect. It grabs that surface and makes it a circle, basically. And you can adjust this angle, which twists it around. You can adjust the influence. The next option is curve, and this is a little interesting. What it does, if you grab a number of curves, it's going to try to make a smooth curve out of that loop that's selected. Whatever curves are selected, it's just taking that entire loop around the object and then trying to smooth that out. So here I subdivide a couple of times. If I grab a couple of segments, you can see it's trying to smooth those out based on this cubic sort of interpolation. And you can make it linear as well. That's an option in a lot of these, either linear, and of course you can adjust the influence just like other things. Next is flatten, and that kind of does what you expect. If I grab a number of surfaces that aren't on one common plane, it's going to flatten them out to make it on one common plane. Now this G-stretch, I don't know what usefulness it really has. It does something a little bit odd. Some of the surfaces that it generates overlap. So I don't know if any of you have a good example of where this might be useful. Please send me a comment, and I'd appreciate whatever insight you have. I don't know that I'd really use it for much. The next option is loft, and that's similar to the bridge, but in this case you can create a number of closed curve loops, and it's going to, here I'm dragging one off, and there's 3. I'll do like I did before, just rotate the middle one, get rid of the only faces there, and then grab the middle one, hit 2 to select edges, and then let's rotate that, and then select all 3 of those. Looks like I'm missing a couple of edges, and then hit loft, and there you go, all 3 at the same time. So that might be useful if you're building up, say, an airplane fuselage or a submarine or something, and you have some sections, but you want to loft between them all. You can do it quickly that way. And there are some options you can use to adjust the strength, make it cubic or linear sort of distribution. And that's about it for that one. The next one is relax, and it's similar to what we've seen in some of the other videos. It just takes a series of vertices and sort of tries to smooth them out. Now the space is a little interesting. It's going to take a section, say you have a hole with some kind of uneven edges, and you select all those edges. Here I am doing that with holding the control and clicking through the mesh to grab all those edges. And what it tries to do, it tries to make each of those edges the same length. So that's kind of a neat feature if you want to kind of make the edge around your hole kind of a even distribution. So that's it. If you like the video, please hit like or subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.